I'm Rebecca Rosenblatt, sex therapist. The number one complaint I hear from couples is bedroom boredom. Well, I won't stand for it. In the next 30 minutes, I will whip another couple's relationship into shape. How are you doing between the sheets?
My name is Julie. I'm 32 years old.
My name is Jerry. I'm 35 years old.
I'm a teacher. I find Jerry very sexy, intelligent, sexy.
I'm a streetcar driver, and I met Julie through a dating service, which is the best thing I've ever done.
Jerry is sensitive, and the fact that he doesn't tell jokes. I like that.
Julie and Jerry love each other to bits and wouldn't dream of letting each other down in any way. Yet the very anxiety from how they come across to each other has dampened their sex life. Let's see if we can get their heads in the right space so they can indulge in what their bodies crave. So, how did the two of you meet?
Dating service. I had a bunch of dates, and Jerry was one of my dates. He actually didn't think I liked him.
Why not?
Julie's sense of humor is British. It's can be cold. And so I just, well, by the end of the date, I was wondering, she asked me, so are you going to call me back? And I'm like, yeah, I will. Because I was interested. Yes, do you want me to? Are you sure? Yeah, but I was happy that she asked me.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
How would you rate your sex life? Are there any areas that challenge you?
My shift work, I'm very tired when I come home at the end of the day. She would like me to have more passion in the bedroom, whereas when I'm tired, instead of a 2-hour,
Yeah, it's more
intimate moment, which Julie would like. For me, half an hour is all I have before I have to fall asleep.
Who generally approaches the other party?
Usually Julie approaches.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, usually.
Okay, so we're going to do a little fun exercise. You're going to become Jerry, and you're going to become Julie. Show me what it looks like, and show each other what it looks like. Jerry, you look tired.
not quite like that.
I don't. Driving for 10 hours without a break, I'm exhausted. If we start to fool around, I will get anxious about the fact that I won't get enough rest for the next day.
How does that affect you?
Like a lot of males, and I'm not going to hide it. I can get performance anxiety where I
Very
can't
natural.
perform. Yes, because I want to please Julie.
It takes a while to relax and to try and get into the moment. And when you feel rushed, it's hard to achieve orgasm because it's like, okay, well, we have to go to bed in 15 minutes, so I better go. I better be doing this really, really fast.
Well, it's our version of performance anxiety when a female is saying, okay, I gotta come really fast. You put a lot of pressure on yourself, and it can cause anxiety. Now, is there anything that hinders you once you're in the throes of passion? Are you able to totally let go and totally have fun with it?
No. Every time I go to be on top or try to get more into the moment, I stop and go, I wonder what I look like. I always have this image that I'm fat and ugly.
I think she's being silly because I like voluptuous women myself. I don't like skinny women. I don't think that's attractive.
And you're like, oh my God, I don't have enough time to cater to what she needs. You don't have the time to build up to that moment where you can let go because you've got those distractions, body image distractions, control distractions.
Yeah, I'm at my most vulnerable, and I have a hard time with that. How was your day?
It was a long day.
Jerry and Julie are being held back from experiencing ultimate pleasure because of anxiety. Jerry's shift work leaves limited time for sex, making them both feel pressured into reaching climax quickly, while Julie wastes energy worrying about her body and giving up control. I have a homework assignment for these two that should help them let go of all their worries and just give in to the physical pleasure. In the next 2 weeks, I want you to let him gently blindfold you. Nothing kinky and hard, just a scarf. And just learn to trust him to explore your body, and learn to trust him to touch you and enjoy every part of your body where you're not distracted by, oh my gosh, what do I look like? And next week will be yours. It's all about you. You don't have to worry about, do I have enough time to pleasure her? Do I have enough time to take her into the right headspace? That's going to be just about you. Julie's going to explore you. touch him as if you're, teens in the backseat of a car, and the goal isn't necessarily going for the big moment, but grope him through his clothes. Just take the time, stroke him, get him all hot and horny to where he's like that horny teenager who's got to just kind of go for it. He doesn't have to worry about pleasuring you or making it last. It's just all about him, just enjoying it and breaking away from the worry of what's it like for you.
I think Julie needs to loosen up a bit. Let go of her inhibitions and learn to appreciate her body the way that Jerry does.
Oh, baby, oh, baby. Oh, yeah, I like
Let's embrace her sarcastic sense of humor and push her to have a little physical fun. Julie, I've got the perfect workshop for you with the perfect teacher. Time to embrace your inner diva and strut your stuff.
Gorgeous bump. We're going to get the body really stretched tall. So feel like you are 5'11". In your mind, think about it. You're 5'11". No, without stretching that. Just your body, stretch it tall, feel tall, think tall. You thinking tall?
Yes.
Perfect. The stretching of the body and the whole posture of it and thinking about it already will make you feel better inside because you feel confident. Your husband will just look at you what you think. So think beautiful, okay? Are we thinking beautiful yet?
I think so.
No, that's not enough. There's this crunch in the eye. You don't seem convinced. You need to be much more convinced about this. Part of feeling confident is knowing how to walk and how to present yourself. So now I'm going to teach you how to walk, in particular in high heels. So what we need to do is always make sure that your front foot is forward. Keep your body up. You never look at your feet.
How am I supposed to do what
you never look at your feet. You have to feel it. You have to feel it. You have to feel it. So put on the back foot, put your body weight on the back foot.
Okay.
And put your front foot slightly in front of you.
Okay.
Okay? You look stressed. You don't want that. You want to be happy. So think tall. Now you want to walk off with your front foot first. So let's walk together. This way in front of the other. Gentle, 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 and slower. There you go. And turn up. Keep up. Keep your head up. Remember, we're 5'10", right? So there you go. Front forward. That's it. Looks a little stiff. So think happy. Think happy thoughts.
Cock ring, anyone? Jerry learned some tricks to increase performance and pleasure, while Julie attacks the runway with a newfound pride. Next on Between the Sheets.
If you could change one thing about sex, what would it be?
It would be to have a 15-year-old's erection that lasts 3 hours.
To not feel rushed. To be able to take as much time as I want, pleasuring Jerry and, of course, being pleasured.
Being tired is definitely the worst.
Both Jerry and Julie want to take their time pleasuring each other, but time is at a premium and their bodies don't always cooperate with the clock. Let's introduce Jerry to some new tricks that'll get them both aroused a little faster.
So we're going to talk a little bit today about how to make intimate time together when you may not have enough time, ways that you can encourage your body to cooperate in those shorter periods of time. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you're going through right now?
When I work a 10-hour day without a break and I come home, when Julie sometimes wants to get intimate, I often feel too tired, which is very frustrating.
Mm-hmm. When we're preoccupied or stressed out or anxious about things going on in our lives or concerned with work and getting up for another work day, we can feel like we don't really have time for sex and our bodies are not wanting to cooperate. Most often with men not being able to have an erection when you want it, how you want it, or for as long as you want it. So we're going to talk about some tools you can use to make things a bit maybe easier for you, okay? I have this. This is what we're going to use as sort of our demo penis. It's a dildo. And this. Do you know what this is?
I do. It's a cock ring, although I've never tried one before.
This is made of stretchy rubber, okay? Very easy to use and stretch around. Normally, you're going to be putting it on a flaccid penis, a non-erect penis. The reason you put it on a non-erect penis, or a penis that is having difficulty with an erection, is that then it will allow the blood in, so it will not prevent the blood from flowing in. Then some guys actually like the cock rings. It makes them feel more turned on. There's more blood flowing, and blood flow for everybody increases arousal.
Think fluffy. Think very tall and ethereal. You don't want to look down because you don't need to. You feel gorgeous and tall and wonderful. Everything worked down there is beautiful already. Okay, forward, front foot forward. That. Move those hips a little bit and be really sexy. Okay? Make those hips move.
This one here, this has got some nubbies on it. Any ideas of what we might use this for?
I don't.
Okay. Well, what it does is it allows more stimulation for your partner. We call this the clit tickler because it tickles her clitoris. If you're finding that you're not having an issue with the erections and you just want to give something to her, great. Then this one might be a better choice.
When Julie and I come out of the shower, it's very exciting. And I like voluptuous women. Julie is voluptuous, and I especially like butts, and she has a very nice butt. It's a big turn on.
Think sexy bum, sexy bum. Think gorgeous bum. How sexy is your bum?
Not very sexy.
Oh, come on. Just move that bum. Oh, it's beautiful. The bum is gorgeous. I love my bum. Feel it. Think it. Come on.
This is a different kind of cock ring, and I'll let you take a feel of that. You have different options. You have this sort of nubby option here, or you have little bumps on this side.
There's a vibrator on this, I presume?
Yeah. This vibrator is removable, so at any time you can always remove it, use this separately. There's sort of a mix and match and a lot of different ways to use it. It's quite high powered, and I'll just give you a little feel of that. As you can see, this one's really stretchy as well, so it's not quite as tight. It's not gonna necessarily hold an erection, but it's gonna give more stimulation.
My bum is gorgeous.
It is better. Yes, I love my bum.
Oh, yeah.
Gorgeous.
It's the bum.
It's the bum. It's the bum. Yes, that's it. Yummy. Yes, much better. Fantastic. Great. I think you're ready for the runway. Come on, let's do it.
There's different ways to encourage the blood to flow in your penis. If you were to take the muscles just at the base of your penis and inside your body and pull those back to your tailbone at the bottom of your back, at the bottom of your spine, and you can pull them back and almost swish them around the tailbone and releasing it. It just basically draws blood into the area and then releases it where you want it to go. It's a very subtle movement to get these muscles to move, and you can actually get your penis just to move just a little bit, and while you're penetrating your partner, she can actually feel that a little bit. So Jerry, those are a few tools that we can send you home with. Do you think you might take them home? Try them out?
I will, for sure.
Oh, cool.
I felt a little bit weird walking down the runway and a little bit weird shaking my bum and trying to pretend I was a supermodel. But doing the workshop has made me feel more comfortable with my body. I seem to feel more sexy. I look in the mirror and go, ooh, yeah, look at that. I'm gonna go home and put some sexy lingerie on and take Jerry to bed.
I thought the workshop was a lot of fun. I will try some of the ideas that were given to me. When I come home tired now and I'm exhausted and Julie wants to have sex, instead of using my tongue, which is can be physically demanding, I'm going to try out one of these new toys and see how it works out.
Dipping, licking, tasting. Jerry and Julie learn about the pleasures of sexy food. Next on Between the Sheets. Julie and Jerry are starting to let go of their anxiety and enjoy the time they have together without pressure. But I want to keep pushing these two to lighten up and have some fun with each other. They love to spend time together in the kitchen, so we're going to show them how to find the foreplay in food. We have lovely Donna here who's going to teach us how to do sensual things with food.
Hi guys.
Hi.
How are you today? You do a lot of cooking at home? Every night?
Yes, try
Every
to.
night? Have you ever had sex in your kitchen?
No, it's too small.
What about the top of the stove? Make sure the burners are off. Well, I've got some ingredients here that I think will do a couple of things. They'll stimulate your interest in food, and I would suggest just about every food is an aphrodisiac. Just the preparation and the eating, very important. So let's take a look at what we've got here. Of course, chocolate is #1 on the list. Love chocolate. I would suggest that you go for the really dark chocolates that have the high cocoa content in them, because that's where you're going to get all that energy coming from, all that excitement.
We need more.
Oh, you need more. Well, the whole bar is here, guys, so I would say help yourselves to that. Ginger. Smell that.
Your heart is beating, you're feeling flushed, maybe you're perspiring a little bit, and you want to get into other sweaty things.
I think I'm going to put more ginger in my dishes at my house. For sure. Pomegranates. There we go. And I love the way you have to get the seeds out of them. And there are a couple of ways, but spanking them is my favorite way. So give it a little rub, a little tweak, a little pinch, and now try spanking again.
Squeeze.
Oh yeah, there you go. Garlic. People probably don't think of garlic as being very sexy, no?
Smelly.
That little germ that's in each one of these, that's the part of the garlic that's bitter and causes your breath to go offside.
Sexy.
Sexy. Yeah, that's pretty. You're looking pretty sexy there.
Now that we've learnt these different sensual foods, we can kind of combine things. Cooking, sex.
So you've been cooking and you've been sweating and you've been chopping and dicing, and now it all has to come together on the plate. And I would suggest that you put some cilantro to that.
It stimulates the libido, so definitely put some in there.
That stuff going in there.
Really mixing it up.
You see that chicken breast nestled on a nice bed of fluffy rice, then smothered in mole sauce. Okay. Doesn't that sound good? Very nice.
It's beautiful. What do you think of that, Julie? If he takes that much care preparing this beautiful meal for you, what does that say about him to you?
That he likes to take his time.
Is that true in other areas? Oh yeah. And that's what it's all about. It's a sensual experience without it being a sexual experience. And it's just getting to know each other and exciting each other in a different way and taking your time, whatever it leads to. And it doesn't have to be about the bedroom.
We really liked the workshop. I really liked the workshop. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I had never really thought about food in a sexual context before.
I have, but I haven't done anything about it.
Well, now's the time to try. Cooking could be a good prologue for the bedroom for sure. Could at least get it started.
So yeah, an hour of that and an hour afterwards in the bedroom.
Whoa, 2 hours, cool. We use cheese and pasta sauce and...
I visit Jerry and Julie a few weeks later and find out if these two have put any of their new skills to use next on Between the Sheets. It's been a couple of weeks since I left Julie and Jerry with their delicious meal. Have they been able to play with the sensuality of food or a few bedroom toys? Has Julie's newfound confidence allowed her to fully let go, wearing blinders to all else? Let's find out.
So tell me, how did the homework help you guys?
Jerry blindfolded me, and it really helped to cut out kind of like the background noise, and it really allowed me to focus in on what he was doing to me, and it actually did bring me to orgasm quicker.
Did you find that it made your senses more acute when you weren't paying attention to visuals?
Yes, actually it did. It made it quite a bit more intense.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what did it do for you when she was able to feel things more intensely and not be distracted by the stuff that was kind of holding her back previously?
For me, it's a huge turn on. The more intense an orgasm she has, the more satisfied she feels, the more excited I get.
So did things speed up more because of all these extras?
It was about the same amount of time, but it was a little bit spicier.
I can sense that she was enjoying herself quite a bit.
Now, how about your workshops? How were they able to help you? The whole business of opening up the senses, you know, the touching, the textures, the tasting, the smelling. How did that translate into your language of making love?
Actually, we made a dinner together just last night. We used cheese and pasta sauce and shells, and we stuffed the shells, so it was really, stuffing shells.
Tactile.
Yes.
For dessert, we had pudding with whipping cream. The whipping cream is always a
Oh, yeah.
sexy thing.
Yeah, that
It
was
feels
very
sexy.
playful,
Yes.
yeah.
that was
Yes.
fun.
Dipping, licking, feeding each other, all that stuff. It's the language of lovemaking. If you're passionate there, you're bound to be passionate in other areas. So did you learn anything about each other or your relationship or yourselves through this experience in the bedroom or beyond?
Yeah, we're being more vocal with each other and being more, maybe even a little more playful with each other, be a little more relaxed about the whole thing.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, we hope it will get hotter as well. And use the time that we do have, use that to its fullest.
Well, Julie and Jerry certainly seem to be a lot more comfortable in their own skin. When was the last time you made a conscious effort and really focused on your senses? How about tonight? See you next time on Between the Sheets.